have on your computer. So again, we're going to let this run. When we come back to Windows, we'll pick up the video and continue on. We'll be right back. Alright everybody, we're back here. As you can see, we've come to this screen again where, if you want to remove all threats, it tells you gotta pay the money and blah blah blah. We're going to click on protected, blah blah blah. So now that this comes up, what we're going to try to do here, we got to give it a few seconds to run here. We're going to try to launch Malwarebytes again. Alright, still waiting on it here. And you'll see why Scareware is dangerous here in a moment. So still waiting to hit it again. See if we can launch it again here. We'll be getting a pop-up box here in just a second here, telling us we can't actually launch the program. So just hang on. It'll show up. Still waiting on it here. Come on, you shut them every time for me. I've done this. I did this before once already. So I was out looking for infected sites and everything. So that's how I know how this program works and everything. I've kind of looked at it here. Ooh, a new database is a variable update now. Let's see what that is. Oh, we gotta activate it again. Oh well. No, we'll continue and protect it again. So. But as you see, it's not even allowing us to even run Malwarebytes. It's just basically turn the program off. And what it's designed to do is to block the exe or the executable file that actually runs Malwarebytes. So what we have to do is we have to boot in safe mode here. And in order to get in safe mode here, we're going to have to restart the computer once again. You can see it's chugging something in the background. It's actually trying to launch Malwarebytes. So, but it's not going to be able to. And what happens is you get a little warning box down here that says mbam.exe is not is a Trojan keylogger, blah blah blah. Excuse me. And what that actually is, if we look here, is actually the executable file. It'll tell you that this file here, mbam, can't run. It says it's Trojan, blah 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 blah, but it's actually our Malwarebytes program. So what we have to do is we have to reboot again, and this time we actually have to go into safe mode. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to reboot here, and we're going to go into safe mode. Now to get into safe mode, you have to hit F8 just as your computer is starting. So this would mean, if you have a Dell or an HP or a Compaq, whatever you have here, a Gateway, what you need to do is start hitting F8 just as the computer starts rebooting. Generally you see like the Dell screen or the HP screen or something. You need to start hitting F8, and then it'll take us into safe mode. And we are actually hitting F8 right now. A lot of times when it's accepted your command, you'll start hearing a beep from your computer. I don't know if you heard that. That was ours beeping. So we now know that it understood our request that it wants to go into safe mode here. And this, and that's the other key to a good spyware program out there, is if it can actually run in safe mode. If it can't run in safe mode, we really won't recommend it, because sometimes to get rid of this stuff, you have to go into safe mode. So you can see we were on Start Windows normally, and what we're going to do is go to safe mode, and then you click on, again, ours was XP Pro, whatever your version of Windows is. This is the same process for Vista and stuff like that. You just hit F8 as you come around, and you can actually go into safe mode. We always get stuck on this AGP 404, so that's this. Alright, now we're past it. Alright, just a few more seconds here. and we'll start getting into safe mode, and then we're going to run our scan from safe mode here. So click on your profile, make sure it's an administrator account. You are running in safe mode, yep, and we just hit yes to that. And what safe mode is basically it shuts down virtually everything on the computer except for the core components the operating system needs to run, and that's it. Everything else is turned off. So alright, now we're in safe mode here, and you'll see our malware bytes up here, and we'll double click on it. And what you want to do is perform a full scan on your computer, and we're going to hit scan, and we'll click C drive, and then we're going to let this run. We are now going to again pause the video here because this takes about a half hour to actually do. So it takes minimum a half hour to run this actually total scan. And what we're going to do is once we get the scan run and it's actually completed, we'll pick the video back up showing you how many files were infected and how effective Malwarebytes was at removing the scareware here. You can already see it's ran for 25 seconds. I already found one file here. So again, we're going to pause the video here and we'll pick it back up once Malwarebytes is done finishing its scan. So we'll be right back, folks. Alright, we're back here, everybody. As you can see, we have completed our scan. It said the scan completed successfully, show results. All the objects found, it said it found 5 in 23 minutes and 36 seconds here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hit yes. And if we click on show results, that's what you want to do. And here it all is. I mean, you can see rogue, security, rogue, and stuff like that. So you want to hit remove, selected. Alright, all items have been removed, and here's a pop-up of exactly what was found and everything else like that. So you can look to see what files were infected and everything else like that. So we're going to close that out. Your computer needs to restart to remove this process. So we're going to hit yes. And now we're going to reboot again. The best way, if you're ever becoming infected, like a piece of scareware / malware like this that's doing this to your computer, you always need to go into safe mode. I mean, just go into safe mode and run your anti-spyware or your spyware or your internet security suite, a combination of both inside safe mode. Because when you do that, a lot of these programs cannot run inside safe mode. Because like I said, Microsoft only allows the minimum applications to run when you're actually in safe mode. So again, like I said, just I can't stress enough to go into safe mode to remove this stuff. And remember, it's when just before you were to get to this screen here, or even the Vista screen, is when you got to start hitting F8, and then that will get you into safe mode. So alright, so we'll boot into Windows here and we'll check it out to make sure we are clean. Still booting up here. Now you will notice that we still do have the blue background, which is fine. One of the things that application, that piece of spyware did is actually they just changed the theme. So if we were to right click on the desktop, go to properties, see it says modified theme, just go to Windows XP, and then you can apply the theme you had, and you can see it is gone. We'll open up Internet Explorer here, and you'll see we're fine. So, as you can tell, scareware is a big issue around here. I mean, or not say around here, around the internet, all over. I mean, it is just everywhere. It's becoming more and more frequent because people are falling victim to this. Like, if we were a victim of this, you would have the $80 for the software, you would have had the $20 for the tech support, $30 more for the was a premium. I don't remember exactly what it was for, but it was $130 total they wanted to charge us. And again, you would have got absolutely nothing out of this. It was a complete giant scam. So again, this is just we're displaying here some just exactly what scareware is. We wanted to show you what it was and show you how actually harmful it can be to your computer here. Again, this is Scott from InternetSafetyCenter.com, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.